What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I must admit, over the course of today, there's been a lot of things happening. I'm traveling, I'm doing all of these things in between, but I did not expect what has currently unfolded to happen today. I honestly thought there would be a lot more flip-flopping, as I explained in my previous video, but the idea and concept of DK going to the United States has always been strong in my mind, even to the point of stating I would eat my own shoes if he didn't end up in the United States. There were so many political advantages to him getting extradited to the United States. It's beneficial for Montenegro to better serve the giant in the ecosystem. For them, that would be the United States. So I can confirm at this point, I have gone in, I've double checked it, I've looked at the paperwork.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
DK is being extradited to the US. The papers have been assigned. It's been officially approved. Everything is done and dusted at this point. This is actually a huge moment for not only crypto, but for us as an ecosystem. Like I said, this was the last piece of the puzzle to really click into place. There is no more damage that can be done at this point. He is probably going to rot for a considerable amount of time, like SBF is, in a United States jail. He is not going to have the benefit of greasing palms anymore, and we're probably going to see justice served. I also spoke previously today that we could see something happen with the USTC, which is more beneficial to this ecosystem than we might think. So again, let's not burn our bridges. Let's see how this pans out, and let's go ahead and maybe blacklist those funds. Let's not burn them. It's definitely the smart thing to do, right? Right, exactly. I must admit, this has got me very, very excited. It's got me very bullish as well. I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about everything that we're planning behind the scenes and how this is a sign that's pushing us in the right direction. It is a beacon of light. Like I said, I did not expect this to happen for a considerable amount of time. I thought there would be a lot more flip-flopping. So again, when he does end up in the United States, the likelihood is, unless he's ditched that ledger, if he's got rid of it, we're probably going to see that as part of his whole prison package, whatever they call it in the United States. Don't even know what they call it here in the United Kingdom, but all of their items, surely we're going to find out whether he's got a ledger on him or not. My understanding is he smuggled one in up his backside. I know, don't even ask me about the process of him.
What?
Sitting there and actually putting it up there in that situation. It's nuts. But look, I'm getting on a side tangent here. This is very important. There is no more, and I have to stress this point very heavily, there is no more damage that can be done to our ecosystem, not by TFL, not by Luna, and not by this guy. This whole situation is why I've been developing so hard over the past few months to try introduce some kind of break effect that decouples us from Luna, TFL, and that ecosystem, because you can see in the background here, they're using a Luna Classic coin, and you can be sure that they're going to try and point all of the articles at Terra Classic, and it's not intentional. It's just a situation where all of our infrastructure has always been tied into TFL. Each and every time somebody came looking for the chain, anything official, they end up, you guessed it, with TFL and Luna. So going forward, this is all beginning to change. And this is why I was so upset about, I wouldn't say upset or angry, just more concerned that the same people who are known for centralization had suggested more centralization through the CMC links. The CMC links are so important. By CMC, I mean CoinMarketCap. They're very important because any new holders that have no understanding of the ecosystem are probably going to go through those links. 90% of people that utilize trading charts are probably going to CoinMarketCap. Now, with that being said, again, all of these people are ending up with these bad actors. They're ending up in these L2 projects where they just kind of go through LUNC as a bridge. All of this stuff needs to stop. It's good that we've separated ourselves and we've got our own CMC links, because again, it begins to decouple us from TFL, from Luna, from Do Kwon, tomato, however you want to call his name. Now, For me, getting LUNCDash on the CMC links is vital because, again, it adds to the decoupling effect. It starts to show that we are a chain that stands alone, and not just any chain, a layer 1 chain. That's what a lot of people seem to misunderstand. They think we're a layer 2 chain on Luna, that we have been built from the Luna chain, and that's simply not the case. We're in fact the original chain. Our community is far more substantial than the Luna community, and we're far more committed to the cause. We're so organized, we are managing to operate and maintain a chain collectively and keep it upgraded. So despite all of the negatives, and people say, oh, we don't have a consistent development team. Well, but development continues to happen. So whatever's going on right now seems to be working. This decentralized effort is doing really good. And the more we can show the ecosystem to the outside world, the more that we can say to people, hey, this negative piece of news is actually really positive for us. This is very, very good news because it's done. All of the backing and forth in with the court case and everything being dragged out. Instead, now you're going to see this guy paraded, showing that people who do wrong in crypto get punished. It's going to send a strong signal to anybody who attempts to replicate what DK did or what SBF did. This, in fact, is going to make crypto more secure. It's going to make it feel far more safer for the everyday person. We've spoken about equality today and this idea of having an equal playing field. Well, that's what crypto's all about, but that safety aspect is so important. The ability for an average Joe to actually feel to themselves, well, maybe crypto is safe. Maybe bad people do exist everywhere in the world, but hey, they get punished just like in the real world. These are all of the kind of beneficial things that I'm thinking about. And I honestly think these red candles that are coming in are based on this piece of news that's coming out at the moment, because a lot of people will see this in a negative light. They'll see that the negativity is going to be brought up in the everyday news, but they don't think far enough down the line. They don't think about how this is going to impact the everyday average Joe, and they're going to see justice served. Just like everybody who was affected by the crash, whether you got your assets back or not, you're going to see this guy rot in jail for a considerable amount of time. Another interesting aspect is we don't know what information he actually has to offer up to the United States. There could be some ins and outs that we just don't understand. Like I explained, Chai and Jump were created to effectively bail out USTC, and they were going to do it a third time. That's why they didn't try to do a reverse split and they didn't try to buy back all of the USTC, because they were going to attempt a third bailout. Again, these guys can do absolutely no more damage. This singular piece of news has made me very, very bullish, but the more we can decouple ourselves from Luna, from TFL, from Do Kwon, the better it is for the ecosystem. The more we can embrace chain native assets that allow us to decouple ourselves, the better. The more we can push this ship away from Luna, the better it's going to be for us in the future. Does this mean we should change our name or we should change our path? Absolutely not. But we should just say Luna is Luna and Luna Classic is Luna Classic at this point. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Let me know how you're feeling about this. Are you happy? Are you sad? I know a lot of people like Do Kwon. I know a lot of people really, really kind of worship the ground that he stood on before the crash, and I get it. He did a lot of good, but he also did a lot of bad. And as per all of the court documents, we know everything to be more or less true at this point. Could be very interested to see how the United States actually parade him. No doubt we're going to see a lot of him on the TV. We'll have to see how it all pans out. And hey, maybe in the future, right, we as a collective here could travel to the United States. We could maybe book some time with Mr. Kwon and we could speak to him, because he's going to have a lot more time on his hands. He's not going to be this famous figure that has that real high up status anymore. If anything, he's going to be at the bottom. Cockroaches are going to have more freedom than Mr. Kwon at this point. He might be more inclined to speak to us. Wouldn't that be cool to actually go there? I would dox. I honestly would dox for that individual thing. If I haven't doxed before, I'm getting very close to it at this point. But yeah, guys, look, let me know what you think. Very happy about this. Stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And as always, guys, catch you in the next one. Shoo!